What's up, DIY fam? You're watching Rent This Flip That, and we're back out at the AC01 remodel. And Jesse is up there on the ladder, previously on that scaffold, doing the flashing for the windows. Now this is the final flashing. You guys saw in a couple videos back where we actually flashed all around, cut the house wrap, taped it up, and did all that to protect it from all the elements. Today we are going to be trying to attempt to start the siding on these houses, and I'll talk to you about that in a minute. But before we do, we want to make sure we throw our Z flashing on and then tape that whole thing up there, because we're going to be going with LP smartside over top of that, and then throwing our trim on top of that. Now, I've done all kinds of research on what layers need to go where, and every time I've done something on this house, I've just have tried to use the best of my common sense to see what is it that water is going to do and how should this all roll off. So in every step that I've ever done on here, I've tried to make it start at the bottom, lap over, and lap over, and never have anything like that. So we don't have anything like that so far. That's why we're doing it this way. Once I put that siding over top of the Z flashing, rain should come right down onto that, hit that Z flashing, and roll off the sides and off the front. That's the theory. All right, team, I'm about to throw this siding on, but I want to show you guys something real quick. See this? This is a big giant stack of vinyl, and we tore all that off thinking we're probably going to reuse it. Now, I don't know if there's enough to do the whole house there or not, but we decided to go with the LP Smart side, at least on the front. So I'm in thoughts at my home, you know, in talks with the inner me, trying to find out how to make a transition from LP Smart side to vinyl, if I actually did want to do vinyl on the back. Now, I've seen houses from brick to vinyl, but LP Smart side to vinyl, how do you do those corners? You guys got any suggestions? What would you do in that situation? And I'd like to see what you have in the comments. All right, guys, that's what's going on. Now I'm about to get over here and pop a line. So let me talk to you about what it is I'm going to do on this LP Smart side. I've came up with a pretty good idea. Okay, so they sell these little clips where, you know, it has a couple nail holes in it and it looks like a J, and you can snap you a little line up your hole with your line and drive some nails in there. So that way you can hang your LP Smart side, especially if you're doing it by yourself. That's a great idea. However, where I went to buy mine, they didn't have any. So I do have some help here, and I thought, well, how am I going to keep it straight all the way across, like perfect, because it's going to be hanging down and I don't have anything to really set on or anything like that. So I figured if I pulled down about 3/4 to an inch below my OSB, that'll bring me down past the block just a little bit, like I need to be, and then I'll measure up 4 feet, set my laser level up, get myself a line snapped all the way across there, or at least at 4-foot sections I'll have a mark because of the laser. And then on my LP Smart side, I'll measure from the bottom up 4 feet on this side and 4 feet on this side, and then we'll raise it up until our crow's feet on the LP Smart side lines up with the laser line or the chalk line that we're going to have snapped on there. Does that sound like that'd be a great idea? I'm not sure if it is or not, but that's the route we're going. So you guys hang tight. I'm going to go grab this LP Smart side and bring it over here, and we'll talk about it just a little bit. We don't have a lot to talk about. It's just LP Smart side. Look it up. Anyway, I'm going to go grab it, and I'll check back in with you. All right, so there's 2 foot right there. I made a 2-foot mark right here. That way, in case this thing moves around, I can get over here and mark it. And there's 4 foot, and there is 2 foot. All right, we're going to slide this thing up and down and see where that laser line is. Oh, I can see it now. I can see it. It's right there. So I'm going to put my finger, so when this thing slides down, you'll hear it start beeping. When you get that steady beep and that blue light right there, you're right on the laser mark. That's beautiful. I love that. All right, so my 4-foot mark is right here, and here's the laser mark. I couldn't get this thing raised up to 4 foot. I could probably get block and stuff like that and stack it all up and just do that, but I'm like, why don't I just go with the line that I have there? And then I could come down to my 2-foot mark, and that'll give me 2 reference points to check my LP Smart side. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and take this thing and go down through here and shine it on my laser and get some marks made all the way down, maybe get a couple lines snapped, and then use that as my reference points for the crow's feet that I'm going to put on the board. All right, guys, hang tight, and I'll check back in with you. All All right, so I wanted to show you guys the top of this laser level. So this is how you turn it on. Now this will just turn it on, and then you have this feature over here on the side. That, if you clip that, that'll do the self-leveling for you. But you're gonna have to use this button to access the reader that I'm using over on the wall to pick up your laser line. All right, guys, let's show you. Oh, I see it right there, look. Anyway, there's the mark right there. I can see the laser line through there. It's coming right through here. So you can see when my mark gets to it, it'll light up blue. Oh, that's a lot more friendly user. See, it's blue. Look, there's a volume button.
Wow.
Different sounds. And there's no sound. I like that sound. Yeah, I love it. All right, sweet. Let's go down here and see if we can get the end. Man, sensitive, huh? Dead accurate. I like that. All right, that looks like it's our 2-foot mark. It's right there. So I went 3/4 down past the OSB to 2 foot. So all I need to do is measure 2 foot on my LP SmartSide, pull my mark up to this mark right here, and we should be good to go, right? Sound like it makes sense? All right, let's go check. I'm gonna go down here and check and see what these look like. All right, let's see.
Well, like my thought is, why not do a straight line on the 2 feet, and whatever hangs down too far, you just...
75 3/4. 75 7/8. Yeah, 75 3/4, 75 3/4, and then 75 7/8. So that's pretty consistent from our soffit down to our 2-foot mark. So we should be good to go. Let me check this last one just for fun. Well, here's one right here I can check. And we got J channel in the way here, so it's maybe off just a spot because I have to go up there. Look at that, 75 3/4. I like it. What's wrong?
75 3/4?
Yeah, and then 75 3/4, 75 3/4, 75 7/8. All right, so the next step I'm going to do just for fun is I'm going to go ahead and take a chalk box, snap a line all the way across, or at least as far as I can go. And I think I'll be good because the windows are not in the way with that line. Then we'll be able to pull our 2 foot from the bottom and, like I said, line our 2-foot marks up with that, and then put our little rips at the top. That should be protected by the overhang. Now on this side over here, we will have to use that Z flashing that I told you guys about earlier. That's only because we're going to be 2-piecing it and it'll be exposed to the elements out there. There is an overhang, but you have that big gable to contend with. So just to be on the safe side, we'll put that Z flashing in. All right, let's snap this line. Here we go. Okay, so I think...
Oh, you don't need me?
This looks like about the middle over here, right? Yeah? Yeah, I need you over here. So here's the middle, and then there's another one right there. Can you see that one?
Yeah.
So you can eyeball it? Okay. Hold this right here. Okay, now what's going to happen is I'm going to stretch it real tight to this one down here, and you're going to make sure that it's on this one in the middle.
Okay.
If it is, and it looks good, you're going to take your finger or your thumb, and you're going to press it, not on the crow's foot, beside it, so you can make sure it's going through the middle, and push it tight. I'm going to snap this side, and you're going to snap that side.
Okay.
Okay, because snapping the line this long doesn't really work that well. All right, what are you looking like right there?
That's pretty good.
That's literally on the green line. I can see it. Come over here, put your thumb on the crow's foot right there, and let's snap. I'll snap my side, and you snap yours.
All right.
Good. All right. Got us a good black line. Look at that, all the way across. With a horizontal line snapped all the way across the house, I decided to pull a measurement from the corner, the width of the LP SmartSide, and make a plumb line. You grab that side.
What are we doing though?
We're gonna raise it up, and I'm gonna tack it, okay?
Tag it with what?
My screw gun. You got this right here.
Going
That's
where?
lined up with that. I'm
all the way to the
This one right
edge?
here is lined up with that one, and that one is lined up with that one.
Okay.
There's two of them.
Oh. Okay.
And look, you can see the green line on the board. Pretty good all the way to the end. Pretty cool. All you gotta do is bring your marks up to the green line. All right.
Is it up higher? I can't see. Put it your way a little bit so I can see these lines. All right, pull it up.
I made them on the side of the house too.
Okay, you can push it my way now.
All right, right there's where I need to be. Right there. You don't move. All right, I'm in there. I'm good there. All right, now slide on over and let me get right here. Lift. All right, you can let go. I like it. I wonder what we're supposed to attach them with. Oh, we're supposed to use little galvanized nails. We don't have any.
Okay.
I forgot about that. Want to run up to the Ace store?
I will.
Yeah, we need galvanized nails. I'm sure they have them.
Harbor Freight?
No. Just the Ace right up here. All right, hey. If I can get a hand from my lovely sister Kelly, I will be needing you to put me down there on that black line right there.
Right here?
Yep. And hold that. And we'll be looking at 67 take line. All right, team, so I got all my measurements off the wall, and now I'm gonna actually try to attempt to cut this here on the ground. Hang tight, here we go. So I pulled everything off of my 2 foot mark, so I'm gonna go ahead and make a 2 foot mark on here. This is gonna get painted, so it's okay if I draw on it. I'm just gonna make a light line. Yeah, got to be careful. You see, I pulled my 13 3/4 from the bottom of the sheet over there, and that would have been disastrous because my window would have been way too low, right? I need to pull my 2 foot first, which is where I pulled all my marks from, that 2 foot mark. That's going to get us where we need to be. So now we go 13 and 3/4. We're going 3/4 this time because it was a little tight and I couldn't pick it up. Ready?
Yep. There we go, right there.
Overlap, huh? Yeah. You gotta overlap?
It does. Man, let me tell you, it is cold. It's cold out here. All right, guys, it is not actually the next day. So when we quit, I believe that was on Friday, and we got the front installed, but I got right up to the door and I started realizing I probably need to have the door in there because it needs to be flashed and sealed and everything on the top. So we quit right there. And then we were supposed to come in Monday and start the siding over here. I figured I could at least get this whole thing over here ran because there is only the one window and I could probably knock this out. I actually thought there was no windows, but there is a window. So anyway, with that being said, it rained Monday, so we had to come out Tuesday. And Tuesday, we weren't able to work on this because it was sprinkling a little bit, but we heard drywall was coming on Wednesday, which was today. So we had a couple of things behind the walls that need to be taken care of, dead wood, wires, foam, and all that kind of insulation. I had to frame the attic access for them too, so I went ahead and did that. So that's what's going on. I'm back and I'm outside again. So I'm going to pick back up over here on the side where we left off yesterday. You're like, yesterday? I thought you said it was raining. Oh yeah, it stopped raining for just a little bit, and I came out here and I felt the house wrap and it was all dry, I guess, from the overhang. And so I was like, let me see if I can get a few pieces hung up. Unfortunately, I didn't bring the camera because I didn't think I would be filming yesterday. But I got the camera out today and we're fixing to jump on this wall right here, knock the rest of this siding out, and then we're going to move back around to the other side or the back. I haven't decided. I don't even think we've decided whether we're going to do vinyl or LP Smart Side on the back. But I believe we have decided to do LP Smart Side all the way around and just do vinyl siding on our gables. Now, we saved all the vinyl from the house that we tore off when we originally came in here, but it had a lot of mold on it. I'm sure it can be pressure washed. We're going to find the best of those pieces and use those to put up there on that gable when that time comes. All right, guys, I'm going to jump off here and stop wasting time. I got all the tools I need, so I'm going to go ahead and get my 6-foot level and start hanging the rest of this LP side. You guys hang on, and if anything pops up, I'll check back in with Look at Kelly go. Come on, Kelly, one more at the top. You got it.
Where?
At the top of that road.
I already did the top.
Oh, you did? Well, you're done, girl.
I just couldn't get the
Knock it out. All right, I'm going to get plywood. Guess what, guys? That's right. We finally got a front door. Now, I didn't think I needed to make a video showing you how we flashed everything. You guys saw how we did the windows, and I flashed the bottom of this thing, and I'm pretty sure it is never going to rot. I also used silicone, 100% silicone, and I sealed it all off with all of my seal tape. Now, Kelly was outside holding it while I plumbed it inside with my level, and I stuck shims in. Once I got it perfectly plumb and level, she put 4 screws, 2 on the top and 2 on the bottom. Once that was done, I'm now able to put all the trim on the outside, and believe me, it is long overdue. I am so excited. I can finally finish the siding on the front. All right, so real quick before we get started here, I've already ripped these down to 2 inches. That's about what brick mold is like. So I went inside Lowe's this morning to look at brick mold, and it was almost $14 a stick. So I wasn't, we've been kind of doing our own thing around here, and I thought, what if I just bought some wood, cut it and profiled it myself, and then primed it before I hung it? Then I'll be able to save a little bit of money. Now, I don't know if it's going to work or not, but I did buy some 2x6s. They were only around $5.50. So for me, that seems like $3 a stick versus almost 14. It was 13 and some change. That's the route I'm going to try to go, and even if it doesn't look amazing, I think it's going to look good enough for me to put around the doors on the exterior. All right, here we go. I've already got them ripped down 1.5 to 2 inches, and I just got to figure out how I'm going to profile them. So you guys hang tight. All right, you guys, so you guys were with me out back, but I built the trim, I got it primed, I took some wood glue, glued the miters together, screwed it together with some trim screws. It's ready to go now. I got it sitting up here all in one piece, and we're gonna go ahead and put it up, see how it looks, and then I'll show you guys up close. All right, hang tight. For to get started, I'm just gonna pin it up with my brad nailer, and then I'll come back through and nail it off with some galvanized nails that I have. I like to set those, caulk them, and then paint. Here we go. All right, you guys, I had to make this, so I don't know how much money I saved with all the labor in it, but it really didn't take me very long. But you can see, there's the finished product. Now, the only thing that this doesn't have, that the brick mold would have, would be that this profile here, the bevel I put on a 45, my saw doesn't go any deeper than that. And you guys, I don't know if you saw or if I even put that on the video where I tried to put something under it to lift it a little bit, but I didn't want it riding in my saw doing this. So I just went ahead and laid it flat, went with the 45, and then there's no little scrolly looking thing right there. But hey man, from here, psh, looks amazing to me. All right, we just got to get that thing caulked, painted, and screwed in. Moving on.
Supposed to be up. I was pushing
Here,
it
hold
down.
this. Right there. I really need to use the bathroom. All right, you guys, well, that's going to do it for this one. We actually got a lot of the LP smartside all the way around. Now, like we said before, we're going to take off right here where this house wrap is and do vinyl around the new addition, but we did LP smartside all the way around the house except for these three sides, which we're going to do in vinyl. So next week we are still working on siding, but hopefully in the next coming weeks we'll be inside working on cabinets, flooring, and paint. I still have to trim these windows out, so there's that to do, but like I said, there's a lot to do. So if you guys want to follow the progress, make sure you go down and hit the subscribe button and make sure you ring the bell. All right, you guys, I think that's going to do it for me on this one, and I hope to see you on the next one. Until next time, take care and stay safe. Peace!